Hi everybody, and welcome back to another entry into my Yolie Tangie inspired junk journal. But before I get on to my entry for today, I just wanted to give you a little update onto that garden journal that I made. Remember, I bought this purse here, and so I altered this purse just a bit, and I keep my journal in there for portability. And so all I have done for changes, I just put garden journal in ink. But I've been journaling, and I've been taking pictures as I've been going through the summer. And then I love that I can use my white pen to write on the photographs. It just gives it a really cool look. And I use the Signo white gel pen. I get it through Stampin' Up, but I think you can buy it just about anywhere. So I just write little notes and anecdotal notes on the photos, and I just love how that turns out. These are little, they're called little buggers. I love the name of them. They're little garden gloves for kids. So I got some for my grandsons, and just kind of updating the garden as you go. And I think in the winter, because it gets so cold here, this will just be something so nice just to look back on. So that's that one. So today in my journal that I still am loving, I misplaced it the other day, almost had a heart attack, couldn't find it. I was like, OMG, where is my journal? And I found it, thank goodness. And obviously, so I'm just going to add in, I'm skipping over, I've got this one page here that I haven't done any art journaling on yet, and I'm just going to skip over it because this page doesn't really go with what I want to art journal today. So I'm using this page right here that has these geese flying because it's a more blank, clearer background. So anyway, I was watching a movie the other day, and as I've mentioned many a time, I have lupus, as you guys know, and sometimes I know I can be a whiny whinerson. I don't mean to be, but just some days, ooh, it gets a little difficult. So I was watching a movie the other day and trying not to scratch and itch, and in the movie there was a quote about a person should practice smiling at least 5 times a day. And so I thought, that would be a really good idea. I think I'm going to try it and see if it works. Well, lo and behold, it does work. So when I'm washing my face in the morning, I look in the mirror and I smile. At first it was hard to do. You felt kind of stupid. So I just smile. And then after I brush my teeth, I stand there and smile. And so if I think of something, I smile. And it just becomes easier and easier and easier to smile. So you basically are kind of choosing your tune for the day. So if you want to have a negative attitude, it's going to be easy to do that. But if you're smiling all the time, it's kind of harder to be negative. So yeah, I thought that would be a really good reminder. So I'm going to put that as an art journal entry. And then I wanted it, oh, you probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Hang on. Change the angle a little bit. So what I'm doing right now is just adding some acrylic paint. I painted over those birds, and I'm just going to add a little bit of green on top of that. So anyway, I'm just going to try to choose a more positive attitude. And then I remembered, a few years back, I saw this really nice printing style. It was very whimsical, and I thought it would be the perfect printing for this quote, practice smiling at least 5 times a day, which is why I chose this more blank page, because I wanted the printing to really stand out. So I'm just going to dry this off, and then I'll come back right away and show you how it's done. So my little paint is all dry. Oh, I want to show you guys this really cool bookmark that I found for my journal. Like I said, this book is going to weigh 100 pounds by the time I'm done with it. But I just picked up one of those Making Memories sort of assorted packs at Michael's, and they're on sale for $14.99. It says it's $50 value in them. And there is a lot of really nice things in them. And this little bookmark was in there, so I just glued it onto the back cover. And it says, follow your bliss. So it's, I thought it was perfect. It's ribbon with bling on it. It's really pretty. So I'm going to move it out of the way so it doesn't get any paint on it. and it goes with the ribbon adornments that are already on the journal. So we're going to start this printing. Like I said, I saw it before years ago. It's very, very whimsical. So I'm just going to freehand it, and it's practice smiling at least 5 times a day. So I'm going to tell you guys a funny story, because that's one way you can practice smiling, is just by telling funny, hilarious stories. I tell you, my sister-in-law, we live very close to West Edmonton Mall, which is, or was, the largest mall in the world. And when it first opened many, many years ago, it was always so crowded because, of course, everybody wanted to go and see this beautiful mall. And so she was telling me the story about a friend of hers that had gone to the mall. So she was there and, touring around all the stores, and it's quite big, so you get quite tired. So she went to the food fair to sit down and have a snack. So anyway, she was trying to find a place to sit, and so she bought herself a Kit Kat candy bar. Not sure if you have those in America, but they're kind of, it's a chocolate bar, and it has 4 fingers that you break off and eat. So she had purchased one for herself. She was going to sit down and have a little treat, and so a man came up and asked her if he could share her table with her, because it was obviously crowded. So she said, sure, have a seat. So as she's sitting there, she's watching him, and he proceeds to take her Kit Kat candy bar and start breaking off one of the fingers and having some of her candy bar. So she's thinking, okay, maybe he's hungry, so she didn't say anything. And then he just proceeded to eat the whole thing, and she was just so dumbfounded and shocked by this that she just got up and walked away, and like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this guy ate my candy bar. So she was getting progressively angrier about it, and she met up with a friend, and lo and behold, doesn't she run into this same guy about an hour later, and he's walking with his, I think he was walking with his girlfriend or his child, I don't know the story, but anyway, and he had an ice cream cone in his hand. So impulsively, she just took his ice cream cone and threw it in the garbage, and he just looked at her like, you are crazy, lady. And so she quickly kind of left the mall and felt like, I got revenge back. At least, I took his ice cream cone and made him feel like how I felt when he ate my candy bar. So she's proceeding to get into the car, and she is looking for her keys. So she starts fumbling through her purse, taking everything out to see where her car keys are. And lo and behold, there is her Kit Kat candy bar in her purse. So I thought that was pretty funny. Can you imagine how she felt? And can you just imagine what that guy thought of her? He must have thought somebody let her out of the loony bin, and I'm not going to mess with this crazy woman because she is nuts. So I just thought that was a funny story. So if you can see what I'm doing here, I'll zoom in. I'm putting, well, here I'll do it with the at. So you just kind of swoop down with your letter like this. So there's my A, the back of my A, and then you just take a little notch and then kind of make a little wedge, I guess, and join back into the A there, and then do the same thing here. And it's random, there's no right or wrong way to do this, I tell you. And you just do it like that. There, so you can see what I've done there. So practice smiling at least 5 times a day. And even my L's, that L and that L don't look anything alike, but that's okay. This is supposed to be very whimsical and just very fun, and when you look at it, it's supposed to kind of make you happy. So what I'm going to do here on each little point or wherever I want, I'm just going to draw some flowers or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flower petals. So see that little flower there, and you can put one up here like that with a little stem. And it doesn't always have to be a flower. It can just be a leaf. So you get the idea. Whatever you want to put on your words. Okay, I want to show you what I've been doing. I'll try and hold it closer to the camera. There, you can see it. So around each letter, everywhere that I had made that little space, I colored it in. And you can do this on a greeting card if you're sending somebody a card, and just instead of using a rubber stamp, and you want to just do kind of lettering instead, or something a little bit different. I once did a complete quote, like a whole poster in this style, and I had it on the wall forever. I don't know where it is now, but it was so pretty. So you just keep on doing that all the way around. So there, my printing's all done, and then just to add a little bit more pop onto the page, I'm taking my Recollections flowers. They're called Boutique Fleur Mulberry Paper Flowers. This one, and it has all the bright, bright colors in it. And I just took 5 of them in colors that kind of popped to me. And I'm just going to take my glue gun and just glue them down quickly on the page and make sure they're secure, because it is in your journal and you don't want to lose them. And plus you don't want to have too, well, I guess you could, it's up to you, have too much bulk in your journal. I think that's kind of funny for me to say that when I've got like 20 pounds of bling hanging off the journal. It's kind of funny. Makes you smile. So there you go, and then just this one more little purple one right there. And then I found some really pretty bright yellow buttons that I'm going to use as my center in my flowers, if I can find them. Oh, here they are. So I just found sort of random sized yellow buttons, and I'll just put them in the centers of the flowers. So put the bigger ones in the bigger flowers, and so on and so forth. And it just, I don't know, this page is just happy. Makes you happy, happy, happy to look at. And easy to do, and a nice journal entry. So I think I'm just going to continue to practice smiling at least 5 times every day. So here's a better angle. You can see where it smudged a little bit with the gel pen. Now, I don't care about that, but if it really bothers you, then don't use gel pens, and I probably wouldn't use them again for this. And there's the pretty flowers with the buttons, and then just for a little added, I just did stitch lines all the way around the page. So I hope you practice smiling at least 5 times a day. No matter what's going on in your life, everything's better if you just smile. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.